Primetime, a hero is coming home. 40 years since these pictures shocked us, since the firebombs and the body bags, since the death and destruction. Thousands of families keep these images fresh in their minds. They sit by the phone, waiting for it to ring. Every day they look for closure, and one local family just got it. Good evening. I'm Maureen O'Boyle. Glad to have you with us tonight, and I'm glad to be back. The flag still flies. POWMIA, you are not forgotten. As of tonight, as of right now, 1,693 Vietnam-era soldiers are still considered missing in action. But for one local family, they're finally able to turn that page. They just got a call they thought they'd never get. The body of a fallen Green Beret has been found. Sergeant First Class Donald Chu disappeared in Laos in 1969. Now he's coming home. Certainly not the way his family had hoped, but it is some and so much closure, so much comfort for them. WBTV's David Wisnett is on your side, and he's on the story.
It's good to touch the green grass of home.
The song Peggy Henson was listening to this morning at her home in Kannapolis talks about a man who had been away and is coming home to be buried. It was a popular song around the time of the Vietnam War.
It's been hard, but I feel like I'm beginning to heal. I've been hurt so losing him.
Donnie Chu was Peggy's baby brother, and this thick scrapbook tells the story of his life.
He liked to dance, he loved to sing, he cut up.
He went to war in 1967. Donnie wore the Green Beret, earned these honors, including the Purple Heart, and was a Sergeant First Class.
I know he was tough, and he loved it.
In October 1969, he sent his parents this note, going on a mission back in 7 days.
He was going on a secret mission, but he couldn't tell anything about it.
That was the last they heard from Donnie. In November, they got this telegram saying he was missing in action in Laos. His unit was overrun by the enemy on a hilltop that Peggy can still point out on a map. Chu's body wasn't found, but he was presumed dead. When the war ended, peace proved elusive for Vietnam and Donnie's family. They planted trees in his honor, hoped he was being held as a prisoner, but answers never came.
When you hurt, you feel like your guts has been cut open, and you cry, and you weep, and you stand in faith, and you pray, and you pray, and you pray, and you pray. And you finally settle in yourself, well, he's gone, he's never coming back.
A joint U.S.-Vietnamese team excavated that hilltop last year. Donnie's remains were found, along with those of 2 other Green Berets.
But I'd have never thought that they'd have found his bones and his teeth, and they've got the cigarette lighter with Donnie's name on it.
Peggy says one of the biggest comforts through this whole ordeal is that now the remains of her brother will be here in this cemetery, just 4.5 miles from her home.
And if I want to go to the graveyard, I can go. Yeah. And if I want to take him some flowers, I can take him flowers. If I want to say something, I can do that. Whatever I want to do, he'll be here, not way over yonder.
Yes, they'll all come to meet me.
Now he's coming home. A hero. A final farewell more than 40 years overdue. And Donnie Chu will be laid to rest in the green grass of home. In Kannapolis, David Wisnett, WBTV on your side, prime time.
And a big homecoming procession is planned this weekend for Sergeant First Class Donald Chu. More than 1,000 members of Rolling Thunder, the Patriot Guard, and others will participate in a motorcycle procession. And by air, 2 Army Apache helicopters. The procession begins here in Charlotte Saturday morning with a stop in downtown Concord and then on to Kannapolis. This is going to impact some other rides that are already scheduled for the weekend. So if you'd like to be a part of the procession, learn more about the route, go to our website. Visit the Concord community page at WBTV.com, and we are certainly hoping a lot of people turn out for that, and we're hoping the weather